the love of my life is just in these 20 guys. Like the
that's the same
possibilities
as The
are just
Bachelor.
like
You got 20 guys, but then you got to compete with other women. Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Natty, and this is my co-host
Alaina Martin.
And this is episode 3, part 3 of Love is Blind, season 5 recap. And this is going to wrap up the entire season of Love is Blind. And we're going to be talking about the weddings, the conversations before the weddings, and we're going to talk about the reunion that happened on Sunday. Like I said, I'm your co-host, Natty Wellone. And let's get into it. So where we left off with the barbecue, and we left off with describing all of the couples and their interactions. And essentially we're left with Milton and Lydia and Izzy and Stacy. Yeah. So let's talk about Milton. Let's talk about Milton and Lydia first, because I felt like I think both of the arguments was pretty loaded, but this was like I don't know. I feel like they sort of kind of came to a common ground after the conversation. I think it was a really deep conversation that they had I don't know. And I say that to say Milton was able to be vocal about Lydia and the way that she handled Uche, and Lydia was able to, try to explain herself and sort of kind of clear the air and her intentions and where she was with that. So what was your thoughts on the conversation prior to
you said that, what? I'm confused because that conversation, I was just like, okay, this is a lot. Okay, so first off, on that first episode, I had looked up Milton's sign, and I learned that he's a Libra. So because when I was watching it, and I think we were both talking about it, or no, this was probably off camera because anyways, but we was talking about it, and then we was talking about how when they went to the dinner, Milton was all like, I just didn't like how things went down. And man, you was like, what went down? We was all like, did something happen that they didn't show us? We was trying to figure it out. And he was talking about the dinner, the barbecue. And we're like, wasn't that at least a week or two ago? Why are you bringing this up? It's new. And so when I looked up that he was a Libra, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Cause I'm like, why are you bringing up old stuff at this point? I was just like, to me, I've moved on, and I know her, she's probably moved on. So it's why are you bringing this back up? So yeah,
it was just as traumatic for her as well, and for her to have to relive it later on when we could have it was just traumatic all through and through. And but I'm glad he got it out. Better late than never.
Took him some time, but
especially prior to them getting married, you just had to get it off your chest. And I feel like it needs clarity before you walk down that aisle and you make the decision. Can I deal with this? That? Right? Can I do this? And what was that? And just understanding what he's going to have to deal with and how she is. And she's just saying, I'm passionate and I'm sorry. It's just I just felt like their communication was very healthy though, and warm and reassuring of each other. She could have been like, well, I'm just this way. But she was like, you know what? I'm sorry that I'm not living up to their expectations, or, I didn't handle it the best way that you would have expected me to handle it, or I didn't handle it the way that you may have handled it. I apologize, but I can be passionate and sensitive, and maybe you could be a little bit more sensitive. And but it was just a really nice conversation.
It's I'm not you, you not me. That's really what it comes down to. I'm not you. I'm not gonna handle the situation like you would handle it, and you're not gonna handle it the way I'm handling it. But I don't think it should be a huge issue, because I think we did talk about how he likes her family and he likes her and how passionate she is and fiery. But then at the same time, it's he was giving mixed emotions to me, where it was he wanted to water down that passion, because it's well, you're not acting the way I would have handled. But I'm not you. I don't think, are you trying to fall in love with somebody who you are? Are you? I'm not you. So it is what it is. You accept it. Later on, I might learn to calm down, obviously, but it was one of those things where we're on TV. I'm with my ex. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. I can't just we're kind of gonna be together a lot because we are in this contract for this show.
So and stuff my that. Emotions are on 10. And I feel like that was a really good turnaround point right before the weddings. I felt like it was an opportunity for us to see Milton be the man. Like from the conversation with Uche and him handling the situation with Uche versus and the conversation and taking her out to dinner and stuff like that. It just was like it was always about her not wanting to be his mama and bossing him. And he just was like, look, you're gonna have to handle yourself a little bit better than that. And it's just like, okay, Milton, stepping up, acting like a husband.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, I think I personally am just calm on my own, but I'm like Lydia. So like for somebody to tell me to calm down, for me personally, it would probably just amp me more up, to be honest. So, but I do, like I said, I'm older now, so now things don't really like, you know what I mean, affect me as much. And I have to have that cool down period for myself. But that was, like I say, a real tricky situation. Anyways, but I don't know. Like I said, I think they handled it very well, but I don't know.
You don't?
You said what?
You said you don't think they handled it very well?
No, I just said I think they handled it very well. But like I said, I don't know, girl. I'm fiery like her, so
yeah.
But I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm the same way as you said. I'm fiery too, and I hate for people to tell me to calm down. But I felt like enough. She wasn't amped up, and I think for you to come at me, being that I'm a fiery person, it's better to come at me after the fact, not way after the fact, but after the fact when I've calmed down, so that way we can have that conversation. Don't come at me telling me to calm down now. Let me get it out and get it over. Do not stop me in the middle of, I'm a Taurus. Don't stop me in the middle of my charging, because you're going to get hit too. But I think him, letting it die down and having that conversation, because the conversation is going to have to be had. And two, our partners know us. He's seeing these things, like she has kept it very cool majority of the season, and that was the one time she got amped. So he's looking at like, and I think that's a fair conversation. Like, you all right? Because is this how you go? Is this just how you are under the circumstances, or, because there are strangers that have only known each other for about a month or a little over a month, So yeah. Like, I just want to make sure that I'm what I'm signing up for. Like, what was that? And she explained herself very well, like you said, and he was very understanding, but he got his opinions across, and I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's definitely fair. It's just like I say, like, I don't know, like I said, I just felt like, I don't know, it was just weird. But like I said, I'm married to a Libra, so I go through the same exact things. Like this, who they are is kind of like not exactly who me and Justin are, but I'm very passionate, and like I probably would have went off on Uche just like, you know what I mean? Like I probably would have, I don't even know. I probably would have been real chill. I'm like, show me the messages. I'm like, show it to me. Like, so I probably would have been a little bit more chill and stuff too. But then like I do pop off. And so like Justin, my husband, he's more calm and like stuff like that. And so like, I've grown to like relax or whatever. But like you said, when they first like meeting each other, yeah, it can be a lot, but they haven't had that time to like, now, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like to really just know each other. But I don't know. It was just a crazy situation, to be honest. There's no wrong or right, to be honest, because they just met each other. It was a difficult situation. And I feel like they did handle things the correct way. It was just confusing coming on there. And he was all like, I don't like the way you handled the situation. I think that's what threw me off. And I think it threw her off, because she's like, I'm here with this beautiful place, and you're talking about something. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
and I feel my perspective of that was, I understand it was late, but I guess for me, having seen the situation, I was ready for this conversation. Like, you were calm. You talking about, hey, we got other arrangements. We gotta go. Then Uche's pulling you aside. You was in the bathroom when they was having this. When are we gonna talk about this? I felt like a conversation needed to be had. So I guess it was a conversation that I was expecting needed to happen. Like,
I was not expecting that.
On the outside looking in, what was that? I need some thorough understanding. I'm on the outside looking in. He's telling me his side. All I hear is you yelling, and you're talking about, hey, give us a minute. Okay, go ahead. I can respect that. You're a grown woman. You handle your business. But can we talk about what happened? Or are we going to just act like it didn't happen, or we're going to talk about it? So I was expecting that. I was ready for that. But I feel the same way, too. I think the old me, as far as how I would have handled Uche, I'm trying to think if I would have got. I might have, especially if alcohol was involved. But my partner, he don't even react like that. So like, I don't know. It's like his presence, I can't even go to that threshold like I used to. It's not in me anymore. And I think too, being in customer service, I'm a politely check you. I'm gonna politely check. I'm not doing like, you're not about to, what you're not about to do is embarrass me in front of all these people. I was disappointed, and she was like, but she was still classy with it. She got mad, but she was just like, I am not doing this with you, Uche. I am very disappointed in you, Uche. I was just like, she just got a little rowdy and let him see her sweat, but she handled it with grace.
I think so.
As much grace as she could, being accused of being a stalker.
Yeah, but I just felt like I said, I felt like it was just like, I don't know. It's like, I guess I did expect the conversation, but not there, if that makes sense. I just felt like it could have been before then. Like they could have went, I don't know, had a picnic, talked about it.
It made
just
it
was
awkward.
like, oh, we came to this beautiful place and we're about to sit down and eat. And then you're talking about something that happened like a week.
Made it
like,
awkward.
What? It was like, you're kind of ruining the whole like atmosphere of all this. I just felt like it could have been before this, that way, like, but you know, obviously they got to make it very dramatized too. I felt like that was also a part of it. I just felt that way about it. I wasn't expecting it because it was this nice dinner. You get what I'm saying? And like I said,
like they ripped the bandage off
before that,
and they moved on. Like they ripped the bandage off, and I'm the type, I'd rather go ahead and get it over with, so we can be happy and go out and do these things and not it be on my mind. So. But he's growing, he's maturing, and
yeah, I'm like, baby, talk about it beforehand.
And that's a learning.
I'm not gonna want to think about that. We at this gorgeous place. I just want to like vibe and eat good food. Did they even eat? You know what I'm saying?
But they even handled that with grace. I think they handled it with grace. They put it on the table. They was like, all right, shoot, done.
And then she left the table.
Yeah. It was dramatic. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was very dramatic. She wound up leaving because she was just like
hurt. Yeah, because they ended up in the bedroom. See, I'm thinking the conversation ended up in the bedroom, but it ended in the bedroom when they were sitting in the bed talking about it after when they came back after. I think after the dinner when everything was hot, they calmed down when they were in the bedroom and sort of kind of just had. I think you're right.
I don't remember that part. I just remember the dinner, and then after that was like the wedding. So
I think they had like a you know how you after dinner you done got home. I think after they sort of kind of was like, I'm sorry, I got hot and heated and whatever.
I have to rewatch it, but I don't remember that. That's why when we was talking like behind the scenes about the wedding, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna get married because of that. I was so sure, but then when that happened, I was like, I don't know. I don't remember them. Like,
you don't remember what she said. You don't remember when she was like, I apologize, I didn't meet your expectations.
Yeah, that was at the table.
Was it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be.
Yeah, I'm like, they were at the table and he was like, I just didn't like the way you did that. And she was like, well, you know, pretty much like, I'm not you, you're not me. I'm sorry I didn't meet your expectations. And then, like I say, that's where it kind of ended that I remember. And that's why I was kind of like, well, now, I don't know. I was rooting for them, but now I don't know if she's too much for him now. So are they going to get married? You get what I'm saying? I don't remember them being at home and like all that, like talking about it further or whatever. I think it was all at the table, but I mean, I could be mistaken, but that's why I was just like, I don't know about them now. If I would have saw a scene like that with them talking a little bit more in depth, then it's like, okay, but no, she left the table and that was it. Like, it was
I think they resolved very well. I don't know. I feel like their relationship is built on this bickering banter that they have. So it's
yeah, they're weird. Like, I mean, it's not personally my thing, but I would rather have that than the whole snicker butter, whatever the other thing was. I forgot what it was.
Both was awkward, the sugar butt.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather have the bickering than that because that was too much for me. I'm like, y'all doing too much. But I'd rather have the bickering, the funny bickering than the sugar butter.
I think me and Alex bicker a lot, but I can't tell when Lydia is being serious or if she's just being poking fun at him. Cause like, girl, you nag a lot, but maybe you're being cute and he can take it. Then hey, you know,
it's their thing. But I don't think, man. I don't know, man. My husband, we're just very cool. We don't really like bicker. I don't know what we do. Like, we don't really do anything. And like, I don't know. Like, just normal, I guess.
Alex will come home. Alex will come home like 2 minutes late. I'd be like, who the bitch? Where you been at? Who the one? Like, I like to fuck with him. I don't know, like, or vice versa or whatever. We bicker, we fight, we argue, and it don't be nothing though. It don't really be nothing. We don't really argue. We don't argue for the most part. Maybe have like 2 arguments a year, if that. So we just, I don't know, man.
Man, when Jessica come on, I was like, oh, you here? I'd be like, Luca, go to him. Like, I'm like, I'd be like, peace. Like, I've done my time. I'm gone. Like, so, like, I just be chilling. Like, I'd be like, I don't know, like, you want to get something to eat? Like,
I guess
got
having kids too.
or like,
look, we don't got the energy for that. Having a kid, it's just like, look, I don't have time for that. You want your son?
So I'm like, shoot, that'll be us mostly. We just be like, we're big, I guess, kind of foodies and just relaxing. We like to do our hobbies and stuff. Mm-hmm. So when he comes home, like most of the time it's either like, hey, we about to eat something, or do you want to watch TV? Like we was watching TV a little while ago. He was watching TV and I was on my phone, but like quality time. But
that's essentially us. But yeah, the in between. But yeah, we'd be chilling. But okay, so we're gonna move on to Izzy and Stacy's conversation.
Yeah, and I like their date because like I felt like it's weird, and we'll get more into that or whatever. But I really liked their date. Like,
that was a really nice date.
Like I don't know, like that connectedness. Like he was like, I've been listening to you. Like he booked like a plane ride, and like, girl, it was nice. Like
he showed up and showed the fuck out. It showed, and that was where when the conversation came, it was weird because it was like, okay, well, you know, you hear Johnny talking about his finances is bull crap, but then he shows up and he's showing up in his face like, oh, okay, because that is not a regular date.
Talking about her dad. Like, do Netflix be paying for this? Like, I be like, I'm like, they gotta be, right? Like, they gotta be like right?
Because he said, I know her dad.
Know what Netflix pays for.
Because it doesn't add up. But you know, as we get later on into this episode, he said he was good. It was just, you know,
bad girl, when he was talking about his debt and stuff, I was like, girl, you tripping. It was like $3,500. I was like, girl, like
that's a lot. But it's the principle, and let's get into that. It's the principle. How did Johnny know, but I don't know?
I guess that's the point that Johnny was making. Like, y'all not that close. Like, y'all ain't even get
we're gonna get married tomorrow. So it's not even that it's a bigger deal. I asked you, and I told you about this when I started talking about this $20,000 HVAC. That's when you should have told me, because you could have got a credit card to be able to pay for my HVAC, to be able to pay your credit card back. It's easier to get a credit limit of $20,000.
You don't look like no credit card girl.
Well, that's what she had asked him. Like, do you have any credit cards? And she was like, why not? And then that's when, because my credit's bad. So I think rich people, if you manage credit cards well,
you're supposed to pay it off at the end of the month and not keep it.
Credit cards are a good thing if you manage it well. Unlike, you know, for us,
we still don't look like no credit card girl for real. Like, she like, you got to use
daddy can pay for it, right?
Like you using credit.
Because she probably was like, pay for my HVAC, and he's like, oh well, it's gonna take some time. Well, don't you just got a credit card? Just use your credit card.
She said that?
That's probably the conversation.
You know, I don't remember that, but yeah.
No, but that's probably how it went, right? Like, or just use your credit card, and we could just pay your credit card back.
To go in debt in that case, then like that don't help the case like at all. But yeah, she was just like I said,
and so that's probably where it came up at.
You said what?
I said that's probably where it came up in just conversations like that. And it's just like, well, you could have had a conversation when she was mentioning her stuff. Like,
I gotta see like what the conversation was, because like I don't know, because you know how it was with the other season about the oranges and his cuties, where she was like, oh my god, I just felt so uncomfortable because he was saying, and then when they showed the tape, it wasn't even nothing like they was making it to be honest.
I just think it's the lack of information, not even that there was a conversation. It was that there wasn't any conversation. And he admitted, I didn't find the right time. So you just gonna you were just trying to marry me.
It's not even that much money. Like, I don't know. I'm just getting, I can see if it was like, I don't even know. It was just $3,500. I think the date cost more than that. Like,
but his story was messed up because once we get to the reunion, he said there was no money. It was just bad credit. But then in the episode, he said it was $3,500. So which is it? He sounded like Miriam.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my God, that reunion. Oh Lord.
So that was essentially their argument. And her thing was just like, Stacey's reservations was, I don't know if I can trust you or not. Like,
because things keep coming out of the closet,
right?
Little by little.
Yeah, like what? Like you're inconsistent, you know. And I don't know. I feel like her concerns were valid. I think for security in a person, it's not that she didn't make enough. He didn't make enough. It's like, look, I just need you to be straightforward with me. And he's not being straightforward because he's scared of losing her. So he's shooting himself in the foot, not being straightforward, you know.
I just felt like, kind of like what Johnny said in a way. I didn't think they were like, in a sense, because of all this stuff that was coming out, I didn't think maybe they were compatible, if that makes sense, because like it was so easy for them to tell other people, but are you scared to tell her? Because you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like whoever you're with, you should be comfortable with telling them that. And obviously you're comfortable with telling other people, but I felt like he thought maybe he was going to be too judged by her, and so he was scared to tell her. So, you know, even though
I agree with you.
Truth,
it sort of kind of goes back to the whole point of Love is Blind. I think he had a crush on her so heavy, and he was moving as if he would move outside in this fake. You're supposed to be raw and uncut, and you either love me for how I am or you're not. He was putting up this charades, and it just did not flow through. He knew she was a woman of stature and of grace, and he wasn't able. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with Izzy, but there's different levels of, you know what I'm saying? Like, in society, and y'all just don't meet up. It doesn't mean that he's not capable of spoiling his woman, but certain women want more things than others, or need more things to be made. Or
at least, like she said, at least the honesty, I guess, of like, hey, you know, like
that's her. Yeah,
I got $35 a day.
That's her truth, and then his truth was, well, I want to make sure you're between you and your daddy. It sounds like money. All I hear is dollar signs, but it's just a miscommunication.
Yeah, but I didn't think they were that. Like, I just felt like he wasn't gonna ever be good enough for her. And she just, I don't know, just expected a lot from him. But like, I don't know. It's not that she expected a lot, but I don't know. She was just kind of judgmental to me. And I'm not going to change my mind about that, to be honest. It's not like it's a terrible thing, but it's just like, that doesn't mix well with everybody.
No, right. No, for sure. When I say that I understand her, everybody's entitled to their expectations and their standards. Do I feel that they were excessive? Personally, yes. So I don't
think they were excessive. I just think she was just mental, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like her standard's her standard, but I just felt like she was just judgmental in general, if that makes sense. And I don't know, and like it wasn't compromising in a way.
Yeah, nose high type of vibe.
Yeah, like I felt like she wasn't really asking a lot in a way. Like, to be completely honest,
reasonable,
I mean,
right?
I don't know, like that's
I get it. It was the energy. It was. But you know what? I think I want to say this. And you and I have been friends, and we have our own personalities, but we have a lot of similarities. And you like me, but the way that I carry myself, a lot of people think I'm that way. They think I'm snooty. They think I'm thinking I'm better than them. And I'm the most down-to-earth person, and I'm sure you can attest to that. But people from the outside looking in, before they even get to know me and my demeanor, I hate that. So I don't know. I think that's where it's like with Stacey, she could come off that way, but is she? I don't know. Like, and then when they rewinded the whole issue with Stacey and Johnny, she just was like, I'm real, you're not. I'm honest. I'm with the shit. Like, I'm with the shit. I'm ready to go if you want to go there. I just felt like, honestly, I felt like she was really raw. She knew what she wanted. And a lot of times when you know what you want and you know who you are, and you know what you will and will not fucking tolerate, and you're strong on that, you can be looked at as bougie and think you better than. It's like, no, if that's what motherfuckers want, if that's what you want, by all means. But I'm standing firm on what it is that I want, and that can come off as snooty.
Yeah. See, I like Stacey in a sense. Like, okay, I like Stacey as a person, if that makes sense. But as I've always said this, as her in a couple, I just felt like she was just very judgmental and non-compromising. But her as a regular person, her standalone, I really like her. I feel like a lot.
I feel like you about like her.
What?
I feel like you about like her because you are zero nonsense too.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to get to. I'm kind of like her in a sense or whatever. That's why I'm like, I really do like her. But at the same time, when you're trying to like mix well with somebody, you can't.
You gotta take some pullback
all the time and making them nervous to tell you stuff and just tripping over $3,500. Even though I don't think that's really what it was about, but it was also it was just so much. It was the paper plates. It was the drawer. It was just all those little nitpicky things of kind of pinning him down. And I didn't mix well with that. But her as a regular person, like, I really like Stacey. I'm just like her. Like, I'm like, I feel like it's funny that you said people think of you as like that. Like, I feel like I'm very chill, but I'm very judgmental of people.
I think it's funny. I feel like looking at you, you seem more down to earth than I do. But honestly, I think you're way more high maintenance than I am.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just find that very funny, but I'm the one judged.
I seen this post that kind of explains. So, like, it was so funny. So it was talking about guys, you need to see what kind of bougie your woman is and stuff like that. And I was like, this is so true, because it was like some women are like designer bougie, then some, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really designer bougie. I'm more food, lifestyle type of bougie. And that's, I'm like, but my husband, me and him, we're both foodies. We went out like last week and we got some seafood at one of his places, because I don't really like that place that much. But I mean, it's still a good place. It's just not my place. But we went there, girl. We just be going places and just
we're major foodies. We're very bougie with like our lifestyle and where we're gonna stay and what I'm gonna eat and certain quality things. But I'm not like the typical ideal bougie girl with like the whole like the whole 9 yards and name brands and stuff aesthetically. But I don't know. Maybe me and you both are just on that. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, so I find that funny. But I agree with you. You know what? We may even consider that Stacey is the way that she is, but maybe it was amplified because of her circumstances. You know, anxiety comes in different forms. So maybe she was, you know, you have that nitpicking way of like, maybe she's not really nitpicky, but because of the circumstances and it's so tight and she's not the type to make abrupt decisions. Like her family was even saying that she needs time. So maybe it was amplified being that she was on screen like, oh, you got paper plate?
I don't know, girl. I think that's just who she is, though. Because even at the reunion, like, we'll talk about it later, but I think that's just who she is. Like,
Izzy is a fighter. I think she's more of a flight. She's more like, let me remove myself because I'm uncomfortable.
And then he rolls up like, hey, I'm still here. And she's like, oh, well, you're still here, so okay.
Yeah, I think he's a fighter and she's a flight. And he's chasing her. I think she likes to run away when she gets nervous. So she finds things and it comes off as judgmental and putting him down, when it's just like, I'm uneasy. And I don't think sometimes people don't know how to communicate what they're feeling. And they communicate in these little tiny things like the paper plates. I still
feel like if that's your uneasy is paper plates, like, wow. Like, I just feel like
you found something.
Wow. Like, that's what makes you uneasy? Like,
yeah. Because I think the whole Johnny conversation was valid. The paper plates and the lost and found was a little too much.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I guess, but like I said, I really do like Stacey as like a person. I feel like she handles herself very well.
Okay, so now that we finished talking about the couples, we're going to go into the weddings. And we're going to start, since we're already on Izzy and Stacey, we're going to go ahead and start with them. So I don't know, man. The way that it ended, it was expected but unexpected. I feel like I'm not surprised, but the way that they were the wedding day,
it was so beautiful.
Everybody was happy, calm. There was not a lot of nervousness.
He wrote her a note. He wrote her the note and was all
right, and she was like, "Oh, he doesn't listen." Yeah, I want to talk to him, and it came right on time. And he never listens, or he listens. And I've solicited notes from him, but this is the first unsolicited note. And this is where we connect, because he just knew I needed this, and he's my calm and all these things. And this is what I needed to feel ready, you know. And he had his boys there, and he was so sure. And I don't know, like, okay, Izzy may totally be a great guy. He may have his shit together. His nervousness really had me uneasy, because it's like, I feel like we only know what they decide they want to share. We already know he withholds information from, you know, his patterns. So it's like, I think sometimes when people are that nervous, it's like you plotting. If you about to set a nigga up, not that I ever had, but if you about to set a dude up, you're nervous up until you executed shit.
I think it's like the opposite. Like, if we get into it, Stacey was calm as hell, but you see what happened. So
I just feel like his and obviously we understand, I think, after the fact, but I don't know, I feel like when you're nervous, it's like, I feel like he wanted shit to go smooth. Maybe he wasn't the best con artist then, if he's that nervous, because he's giving it all away.
That's that's the point I'm giving. Like,
yeah,
because people are gonna be looking at you like,
so what you nervous about? She about to find out
you got more than $3,500 of debt.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. You're understanding where I'm going with that. It's like, why are you so nervous? And so obviously, essentially, it just maybe he doesn't value. He doesn't think
about too. This is his second engagement. You get what I'm saying? So
that's what I was about to say. It might be, I might be reading it wrong, and it could, like you said, be a second engagement. We don't know how that went necessarily, like how that played out.
Yeah, I can't remember how did that first engagement? Did she leave him or did he leave her? I can't even remember.
But you know what? I feel like people like that, at that point in time, is where you need to step back and you need to evaluate why people aren't sold on you. And it's like you being sold, you're not even sold on yourself, but you're wanting someone to be sold on you. You know what I'm saying?
He's not sold on himself. Like, what you mean?
He's just uncertain. Just be like, you know what? I'm him. If she doesn't understand that, if she doesn't see that. And his mama was like, at the end of the day, you have me. At the end of the day, everything's going to be all right, no matter what the circumstances are.
I think it's just because he hasn't found his person. That's really what it comes down to. Because I'm like, I feel like he is pretty certain. But then when you get around somebody who, like, kind of gets on you about everything, it kind of makes you uncertain and kind of like, what do they be calling it? Like, I don't want to say gaslighting, but it makes you kind of like, well, I thought I knew everything, but now I don't know if that's good enough. I don't know if I'm good enough. You know what I mean? So I feel like that could be it. But that also comes with maybe you're not the right people for each other, to be completely honest. Because I don't feel like you're supposed to feel like you can't talk to the person that you're with about things. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree with you. I think it depends on when I was out there dating. I love about my partner, I am raw, uncut, and it is what it is. And I love that. Like, it's no, like, I am flawed, quirky, corny, and I could be raw and 100% that. And there ain't nothing wrong with me. But
it's you funny. I wanted to say when you were saying that, I'm like, I'm perfect.
That's
but
your
I'm only child. I'm only child.
Now, of course, don't get me wrong. I'm secure in my quirkiness, imperfectness. I'm perfect because I'm always bettering myself on who my morals and my standards are. So I agree with you. I'm very perfect. What I mean by that is I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to mesh what my man accepts. He loves everything that is me, that the next person might be like, girl, what the fuck? You're weird. You're loud. You're this. And it's just like, but Alex was like, that's why I like you. That's what makes you you. You know?
I just meant because I'm an only child. So I'm like, you know, like,
yeah.
I'm only child. So
I mean, have people judging you.
I don't got no comparisons. I'm perfect. Like,
you don't have nobody janking on you, telling you about yourself.
I'm perfect. like,
because you know, like, even
no
me,
my glasses. Like,
sometimes I don't want to wear my glasses. Alex was like, but your glasses make you you. Alex likes the things that I may not too much care about. Just everybody has a bit of insecurity here and there, but he likes the things that he just likes everything that is. And so you're right. I agree with you. He's trying to fit into, you know how you try to fit a puzzle piece in a place that it doesn't fit. Yeah. And so it's uncertain. And so, yeah, he finds
it makes you uncomfortable and just nervous. Like, oh gosh, like, you know, so, but overall, I felt like they were like, I don't know. I felt like they were going to make it because they was like leading up to like, she was like, I need to talk to him. Then when he wrote the note, she was like, it's everything and like all this stuff. So it was kind of like, I felt
it was
like
corny as hell. Though. Huh? Let's talk about the letter though. That shit was corny as hell.
But they both were corny. I think they liked stuff like that.
Cause she made a horrible rap too. We didn't even.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. They both are into that.
I thought it was cute because it made sense for them.
Yeah.
But I thought it was gonna be deep. The way he was sitting there and his friends was looking up his shoulder shaking. I was like, oh, this shit about to be deep.
It's deep
about
to
make us cry. And I just was like,
that's it.
I was like, you know what? You like it, I love it, Stacey. And that's all that matters, you know. They have their own insider. Honey, when they get to the altar, everything was perfect. And then I commend him. So you're right. I think I agree with you. I'm like all over the place with Izzy, where he's nervous, but he's certain that he loves her.
He's gonna say yes.
He's got his confidence because he walked down there. Hey, he was trying to hype himself up. He was trying to look. We good. He's talking about anybody got tequila shot.
Yeah, he was like, this is my wedding day. Like
I commend him for shaking off some nerves. He's like, not today. I ain't about to shake my leg today.
Not today, Satan.
Not to say we're gonna have a good day. Hallelujah. Amen. So he gets up there. He's like, look at her. He was just giving it to her. And I loved it. He was giving her the energy. And, she, you know, again, I think I'm just Team Stacey. And I'm not anti-Izzy, but she was graceful and she ended up not accepting the proposal or saying I do. But she was just like, please understand, like, I love you. We just need time and space. And I think this is where Izzy annoyed me. He handled it very well in the moment and it was nice. But he was just like, I'm hurt, fine. He has the right to be hurt. But I think as we get later on into the, I think Izzy's personality, he won't allow you to have space to come to your conclusion. You have to make it on his time. And it's like, not that he's wrong. It's like, not that he doesn't deserve that, but it's just like, bro, you're ready, give her time. And I think that's the essential of it. And it's like, he refused. Nope. Either, I hate people like that, the ultimatum. Either you ready now or we ain't gonna be ready. What
I mean, but really, when you think about it, it's the point of the show. Like, literally, that's what the point of the show is. Like, so.
But I have a question, right? If you decide to get on the show and you think that you can handle it, you think that you're capable. See, me, I'm not getting on that show because I know me, and I know I fall. I'm a definitely quick I love you tomorrow type of person. Obviously, in the real world, I won't say it, but I am very easy to fall. But I don't know, man.
I'm easy to fall, but it's hard to maintain with me. And then I just be like, okay, I'm bored with you. Like,
right.
It's like, I thought this was gonna work out, but now
exactly.
No.
Like, why are you eating like that? Why you smell?
It's just more so about you gotta keep that same energy with me. Like, it's like
that too.
What you first initially did.
I'm not
attracted to you, and then once I start knowing you slipping, it's like, okay,
right,
I'm an inch away now.
Right, I'm like that too. I fall fast, but I'm all consistency, honey. Which is that whole JB thing, consistency. But so I just felt like, like I said, I'm judging, but I wouldn't do it. But I feel like maybe Stacey got into it, and you get into it, and you find the person, and you're like, oh, this is cool. He's cool. Let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. But it's like, that's not how it works. Let's look, you cool. I think it was potential, but let's me build you up before I say I do and give my life away. Let's build this and see where it goes. And I get it. This is the point of the show, but maybe if you come to a point where you realize, okay, and I think I commend her. Her family was, her family loves him. And that's a lot of pressure to say yes. And I commend her, whether it was the most favorable idea, that she went with what she felt, because we would have hated her if she would have got with him and broke up with him later or cheated on him like some people,
Yeah, so. She had to do what was right for her. I mean, they both do. You get what I'm saying? Like, so after that or whatever, like, I mean, like, I just feel like Izzy's a very like passionate person. So I feel like at that moment, because she like kissed him, and it was just like, I don't know, it was like weird or whatever in a way, because it's like technically y'all are like, it's kind of mixing in with the reunion a little bit, but I'm not gonna say too much. But I don't know, like when it all got over or whatever at the altar, when it was like, she was all like, I just think we need more time and stuff. And then later on, he had time to process everything. Like, I feel like that would be a lot for anybody. Like, I was ready to marry you today, and then like you said no, but like gave me a kiss and then told everybody, like, you know what I mean?
He handled it well, essentially. He handled it well on the spot.
Yeah, then he had time to process it, and he was just like, kind of like, my thing is, I kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, it's like you've been nitpicky this whole time, so was this your time, like your final chance of getting out of this finally? Which nothing's wrong with that, but at the same time, like, if you felt this way before, to me, like, are you really I mean, I don't want to say like, are you doing this for the cameras necessarily, but like, how long have you been feeling like this? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it was right for them.
I agree with you. I felt like she took, it was a lot of her,
the last minute,
trying to convince herself, his mom, and everybody that she loved him. She was, because even the conversation with the mom, we didn't get into it, but I felt it was like, who you trying to convince, me or yourself? Like, when I hate those moments with these love and blind, when they meet their parents or when they're talking to friends and family, and it's like, well, why her? And it's just like, he just gets me. He's just there for me. It's just like, bro, it's only been 3 weeks. Y'all really pulling for shit. You know what I'm saying? You put it, I don't know.
I mean, hey, some people, they last for a long time. Like, because it's like y'all only know each other for that long. So it's like every day y'all are getting to know each other versus like people who date for like 10 and 20 years. And then, like, not to say you shouldn't get married, but like, it's just kind of like,
but me and Alex
now we already know each other. So
it's funny because me and Alex were long distance when we first got together. And because of that, we talked and video chat like all the time. So the love was so fast, but I could vouch for him. And what felt like 3 months was literally only a month. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I can't do video chats and all that for too long. I get bored with that.
Well, it was literally, like I said, it was a month, so it became just in general.
Yeah, I'm saying in general. Like, I get bored with stuff like that. I gotta see you.
Right. It was me working, he working. So while he's working, I had the video. Like, I don't know, but
yeah, I get that. I'm just saying in general, not y'all. Like, I'm just saying in general. Like, I can only do that for a little while. Then you got to pull up on me. Like,
Oh, I flew out because I was like, I ain't about to lose this one. He's it. After, and then I was going through, I was going through some finalizations of things, but yeah, a month in, I was like, he the one. But that's what I'm saying. A month in, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a move to actually secure my spot because this guy is giving me that energy, and it was very consistent. So I don't know, maybe in a month. If I had that rush, I probably would have married. I think I would have married Alex in a month. And look at
I'm like, I don't know.
3 years later, but I mean, per the circumstances,
Yeah, per the circumstances, like, I don't know.
Not in real life, no. But
I'm like, because I'm thinking about real life. If I was in the pods, like, I don't know, I just probably wouldn't do. I don't know. Like,
I think you would be like, okay,
the show that I would be on is The Bachelorette. Y'all gotta prove to me. I gotta eliminate you. Okay, no
options. Yeah,
so, but pods, like, I don't know. That's a lot of pressure. Like, so you saying that the love of my life is just in these, like, what, 20 guys? Like,
that's the same as The Bachelor. Like, you got 20 guys, but then you got to compete with other women. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Because 20 guys is 20 guys, and Bachelorette versus Love Is Blind is 20 guys. But I think I'm too emotional, and this too high school for me to like a guy who likes somebody else. I ain't about to see me ugly cry on TV. I just can't do it. I'm gonna make y'all ugly cry, and I'm gonna get rid of y'all. You're not about to get rid of me. You're not about to choose me, honey. I don't know.
But I don't know either. I'm like, I don't know what I would kind of do. I mean, like, I don't know. I'd probably chill and just be like, we just gonna see where this goes. Like, like, I got many options. I'm not gonna tell you about them. Like, if it don't work out, I'm not about to force nothing because I'm not about to marry somebody and then wind up getting a divorce. Like,
how would you feel getting on there and you be one of them cast members that are irrelevant?
I'm probably gonna be one of them. But I'm gonna be like, Alaina's Collection, busting something out. I'll be wearing the shirts around that motherfucker. I'm gonna get some kind of screen time.
I don't want on this damn thing. I'm gonna get to the motherfucking finale. Look.
You funny. The finale. Oh my god! So you gonna be like Stacy.
I'm gonna be like Lydia. I'm gonna be like Lydia. I'm gonna latch on to the person that think I'm sort of cute. Even if he might say like, all right, nigga.
Come on. But I'm okay. Like, none of y'all ain't gonna happen.
I'm gonna eliminate a chunk of them, but I'm gonna keep that one. I'm like, okay, he really liked me, so I'm gonna hold on to him. But I really like this nigga here, so we're gonna see I'm gonna try to see where he at. If he ain't on it, then I'm gonna get this dude over here, honey.
Okay, so let's talk. Are we done with that part? Okay, no, we're not done with that because I'm ready for the reunion, girl. Okay.
No, we got to talk about Milton and Lydia.
I know. I was all like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. So,
but you're done with Stacy. You're done with Stacy and Milton. We're good.
Stacy and Milton.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what? I was like, no, we're not done with them.
They were never a thing. Stacy and Izzy. No more. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're pretty much done. Like, I think, like, for the most part, at the end, he was all like, I don't think. Yeah, pretty much like, I don't think I'm right for you. I think, like, we just ain't gonna work out. Like, it's like moving backwards because you talking about we still gonna kind of like date.
But that's where that pressure comes in. It's like, okay.
So I'm like, but I can kind of see, like, I don't know, like, But when you think about it too, like most of the people who come on that show and then who don't make it to the whole altar, yes, they don't work out. Like, to be completely honest, like I have not seen anybody work out that did not say yes and that was still trying to date, because it's like you didn't say yes at the altar, so it's like
it's this lingering stuff.
What else
so
do we have to talk
sure
about? Like,
yeah, I agree. You got to be sure of me 100%, and you got to take that gamble.
Yeah, because like, what are we doing? Like, dating backwards? Like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, I don't know. So I get where he's coming from at a point, but and like I say, the history of the show, there has not been anybody who was like, you know what, I'm gonna say no now, but we're gonna still date and see. None of them have worked out. But the people who have actually gotten married, I think all of them. No, it's not like maybe like 2 that haven't worked out. But it's not really that many that's been married.
The little shorty and the big tall guy who was the second. Every time you second best, it don't work.
Hold on, you said what now?
Every time you're like second choice, you don't work out.
No, I get that, but what were you talking about?
The little short girl with the cute curls and the real big tall guy that went to club every night. They got married, and she was the second choice, but they didn't work out.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
The guy, he was a football coach. Big black guy, the black couple. And she was a little cute pixie girl. I think she was probably like the first one ever to be like the second choice picked. And it was just lingering in between them for like the longest. They recently separated this year. I can't remember their name.
Mm-hmm. They got married on the show?
Yeah, remember she had adoptive parents who adopted her when she was like 19? And they were very sophisticated.
Oh, her girl! I had to go through the Rolodex. I was like, black couple. I was like, black couple. I was like, I know you ain't talking about who I think you talking about from last season from Doubt. No.
Oh no, they were perfect.
They're black love right there, girl. Because I was like, hold on now. I was like, I just watched their reunion.
You was like, did I just reveal something to you?
I was like, hold on, like. Cause when you said black couple, I really thought of them, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, I don't think he was a football coach, and she didn't have no pixie cuts. So I was like, what is this? But oh yeah, them. I didn't think they worked out in the beginning. To be honest, they just didn't seem like some people. I feel like they're just trying to force something to happen, and it just shouldn't happen. To be honest, so
and the interracial couple, the first season.
Oh yeah, I love them.
They still together.
I was rocking with them from the beginning, girl. They just celebrated, I think, 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dang, it's been 5 years. I'm like, because me and my husband, it's been 5 years for us, but you know, them tapes, they're taped in advance or whatever. So, yeah. Right. I was like, girl, but it is 5 seasons too, but even the seasons are weird because they're like a year and a half before. So it's
because did it happen 2019 or 20 when this started?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Probably.
But apparently they've been married 5 years. And like I said, me and my husband, we got married in 2018. So we were 5 years. So it was around that time. But I think it aired, of course, later on or whatever. But yeah, I love Lauren and Cameron. They are like.
Now I remember the names. Them. You don't remember anything.
I love Lauren and Cameron. Oh my gosh, I love them fools.
Iggy. But Izzy, you got me saying Iggy. Izzy ain't worth it though.
And I don't even remember the new couple that I like, the black couple. I'm sad that I don't know their names yet. But I like the black couple from last season. I'm really rocking with them. I think they're really cute. I just don't remember their names.
I love them. I love
them. They were just awesome. But anyway, let's get back to
Milton and Lydia. They were both great. Leading up to the wedding, it was beautiful. It was nice. It was emotional. The dad's conversation was, he was like, look, your mom, your sister, they're going to have their opinions, but do what you want, son. And he was so defensive. You could tell, and I totally get that I totally get that type of relationship. I totally get that type of relationship, though, because it's like in the back of his mind, it's like, are you saying this? Like, I don't know, is it like a backhanded advice?
Yeah.
Or compliment? Like, as long as you're sure. I am sure. It's like,
yeah, I'm like, what? Like, dude, calm down. But like I said,
are you sure? Why'd you get offensive for? You know?
And his dad was kind of like, you know, like, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just like, you know, like,
I'm just making sure this is a really important decision. And it's like, so then it's like where he went. Then after that, he was like, I don't know. People are like, they not sure. It has me thinking maybe I'm naive, and I think I love Milton, but that's the one thing I did not like. I just feel like I'm happy he did not, is he's just so easily influenced. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
well, no, he's not, because he didn't get influenced, but he lets things bother, which I guess there's nothing wrong with being a thinker.
Yeah, he's just thinking about it, like, he like, damn, everybody else is concerned. Like, kind of like you don't want to be in La La Land. You get what I'm saying? And just like,
which is best to be
good. You get what I'm saying? And then later on, they asked him, like, you know, she's not going to be the same today as she is in 5 years or whatever, because nobody's the same. He's like, I didn't even think about that. You get what I'm saying? So he's thinking about right now, which nothing's wrong with that. But, you know, like, you do need to think about stuff like that. And you do need to be like, really like, this is a real decision.
The wedding day was not the day for you to be like,
I mean, it is. It's the wedding day. Shit. Like, definitely when you only known each other 3 weeks, for maybe 4, like, if you gonna have to think about something, like, you know, you need to think about it. Like, it's your decision after that. You need to weigh both. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, I wasn't really thinking, like, about all this, but now it's my wedding day. I really do need to sit down and really think about it, because, of course, I feel like I'm going to say yeah, but are there things that I need that I haven't
you
thought
about? You want to just make sure you don't thumb through everything.
Yeah, and I feel like that's okay, instead of just like, well, I stuck with yes, so I'm going to stick with yes now. No, like, you really need to think about stuff. Like, people are concerned because it's something that they're going to be concerned about, the way you count each other and stuff like that y'all don't really know too much about each other, as much as, you get what I'm saying, you would know somebody about regularly dating. You get what I'm saying? But it is something to think about. Like, most people are nervous their wedding day in general. You get what I'm saying? Better yet, you just met this person like 3 weeks ago. Like,
were you nervous? Were you nervous on your wedding day?
I mean, I've known Justin for like, I don't know, a while now. Yeah. So, I mean, not really. I don't think it was just taking a long time, because like we just did like the makeup and stuff. But I wasn't nervous, and he gave us like good like little speech and stuff. We gave like our vows or whatever. It was nice. I was surprised that he did like vows, to be honest. He didn't write anything down. He was going off the dome. But it was cute. It was nice. It was very powerful.
I missed it.
Liked it. So he was like, what did he say? He was all like, kind of like, no moment is gonna be the same and stuff like that. Like, because no moment is gonna be the same. We're gonna be different. We're gonna grow and everything like that. So it was very beautiful. But like I said, I've been knowing Justin for like, I don't even know, since 2011. So it was kind of one of those things. Like, we talked about it. We were on the same page for the most part. So I wasn't really like nervous.
Did you cry?
No. Like, why would I cry?
I knew the answer to it.
I was ready to turn up. Like, I was ready to eat good food and like listen to music and like dance. I was ready for all that. So I think the wedding part was a little nervous, but at the same, because, you know, you're like center of stage. You get what I'm saying? But then after that, it's like, oh, we can finally relax and like, you know, just enjoy like, you know, everything. But we had a really good like whole like, I don't know.
I think that's the best.
You said what?
I think that's best when you know your partner so well. There's no need to be nervous. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I knew him really well. He knew me really well, so it wasn't like I said nothing to be nervous about. Like, I don't know. Like,
I just wanted to know. I wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You said everyone's always nervous. I was like, I wonder. But where you were at. I'm not even gonna get into mine.
I'm like, I was just more so amped up to like, you know, party and stuff and eat good food and like. But we had a really good, like I say, kind of like pre-wedding. Like, we went on this dolphin cruise with like family and friends and stuff. And so like that was the day before. Then we had the wedding. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to get into that. Like, the only thing like that was like pissing me off and was like, so, you know, as women, like, it's so crazy. Guys and women are so different. So the only thing the day of the wedding that was just like getting to me is like, okay, us as women, we already knew we was getting married like months and months ago. We got married kind of fast. I think within like 3 months, or it's like less than 6 months we planned this wedding. So anyway, so like when in my mind, like, hey, I need to find a dress. I need to find out who's my bridesmaids. They need to get dresses. Like, you know, like check. So like him and his friends, tell me why, girl, they didn't have no goddamn suits the day of the wedding.
I remember
and I was like, my husband was all like, yeah, where y'all suits at? They was like, we don't got none. He said, she's gonna kill y'all. She was like, she's gonna kill me for not like.
Why did y'all show up? Why are you here,
girl? I was like, "How? You know you're gonna be in the wedding? Like what? What in your right mind thought?
But they showed up.
What you gonna do if he didn't ask you?
But they showed up. They
like
showed
what you
up with no. They showed up with no tux. There was no.
Oh no, yeah, they showed up, but so they wound up getting one beforehand, right before the wedding. They had to go.
No, I blame Justin because where's your communication,
girl? I was like, he was all like, she gonna kill me, and then I'm gonna have to kill y'all because he like, what do you mean you ain't got no suit? Like, girl, I was like, what? Like, so what? I just don't understand. Like, I was just like,
so they were just out there thugging it.
Yeah, girl, they rode around the city, like finding a suit. But you know, for guys, it's a lot easier to put something together, girl. They look nice. You wouldn't be surprised if they found these outfits the day of. Like hours before the goddamn wedding.
I would have been fucking pissed.
I was just like, y'all just get it together. Like, that's all I got to say. Because I'm like, my girls get together.
So Milton and Lydia, they get to the end. They was getting their awkwardness. Their little awkwardness. They were awkward and quirky or whatever, but he was like, oh, Milton kissing her after he said, I do.
No, before he said, I do, right?
No, it was like, yeah, I do. He's like, oh, I was waiting for you. I thought you was going to say more. Yes, I do. And then it's like, well, the power is still upon me.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, he said, I do. And he kissed her. He's like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to kiss her yet.
That was cute. He was like, oh, gosh, like, he was just so nervous. It's like, it's my first time getting married. Like, I don't know. Like, so it was really cute.
He was like, I button this? Do I leave it open?
He was so nervous. It was so adorable, though. I thought that was so adorable because he like, I just want to be perfect. Like, you know, like, it was adorable. I really like that wedding.
I like that he can take criticism and take guidance and be molded. And I think when we talk about Lydia and the way that she is, you look at his parents. Lydia fits right in. She just does it with the bubbliness.
Oh, the strictness and the seriousness, but just quirky and fun. Mm. Who I kept paying attention to at the wedding was Lydia's brother, and so was the camera girl. He was just making my little heart just melt. He was crying. He was like,
oh, it was so sweet.
It was so adorable. He was like, oh my gosh, my sister's getting married. Like,
I love the support.
I can't believe it.
I love the support. Like, I love the support of her and celebration of her. Can we move on from the wedding?
Yeah, they said yes. I mean, hey.
I am ready for this reunion part.
Okay, so if you've liked this content so far, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your opinions on this episode and also the show in general. Do you agree with who got married, who didn't get married, et cetera, et cetera? And Natty, tell us your opinions and send us off.
All right, yeah, and also, why not include, would you do Love is Blind? Do you think it's something that you could be a part of and you could get through? I don't know. What do you think about the experiment? But this wraps up our video, our episode 2. My name is Natty Wellone, and this is my co-host,
Alaina Martin.
And this has been Cup of Opinions. Thank you for joining us. Have a nice night.